everybody. Today we are going to be learning how to make fall slime using just 3 simple ingredients: Elmer's glue, baking soda, and saline solution. This is currently a kit that you can pick up from the library that will come with everything you need in order to make the fall slime. If you pick it up from the library, it's going to come in a little container like this. But if not, if you have all these ingredients at home and you want to try it, the first thing you'll need is 1 cup of glue, which is what this is. So we're just going to pour it into a bowl. You need a pretty decent sized bowl because you want enough space to stir everything. So we're just going to put this into the bowl like this. Since we're making a fall slime, I thought it would be nice to color it a nice fall color. So either yellow or red. We are going to try to make ours orange though. So we have some yellow food coloring. This is food coloring gel or food coloring dye works. You just want to put some of that in there, and then we are going to stir up the glue until it's a nice yellow color. So I'll stir this up and then I'll show you. And then we'll add some red to turn it to orange. When you are mixing colors, you always want to start with your light color first and then add a tiny bit of your darker color so that it turns the right color that you want it to turn. So this is the yellow. You can see, ooh, it's a nice yellow. Okay, and then we're going to add our red food coloring dye. Just like I said, just like 1 or 2 small drops of this so it doesn't overpower the yellow. And we're just gonna stir, stir, stir. It's gonna start to look pink at first, but then it will turn orange the more you stir it. What you can do if you're not happy with the color, if you have it at home, is just add a little bit more yellow. If you get the kit from the library that's already mixed in, you just have to stir it up in order for it to turn this orange color. But as you can see, it's a really pretty color. It's this really nice orange color. There we go. All right. So the next thing we're gonna wanna do is add our baking soda. So you just need the tiniest little bit of baking soda. Again, this is already measured out for you in your kit. If not, at home, you'll use 1/8 of a teaspoon measuring spoon, and you wanna use half of that. It's just the tiniest little bit. So a half of 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda. You just sprinkle that all around. And then we're gonna stir it up. You wanna stir it until it is nice and smooth. So just stir, stir, stir. This also helps to continue to incorporate the colors into the glue that you have. Okay. I think that's probably good and all nice and mixed up. Next, we will add our saline solution. So to add your saline solution, you're going to need 1/2 tablespoon measuring spoon, and you just want to do 1/2 tablespoon at a time. It might not seem like enough at first, but it really is once you start to knead it together. So you'll add your 1/2 tablespoon of saline solution. Just dump it right in. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna start stirring this around. Stir it around and stir it around. It'll start to form a little bit of a ball. You kind of have to scrape it off the sides. You really wanna make sure that that saline solution is getting stirred up. And just continue to mix it. Until it starts to get a little bit harder. You'll see that starting to happen now. So the next thing you're gonna wanna do is once it gets to this phase is you're gonna wanna pick it up and start to knead it into a slime. Here's the fun part if you like to get sticky. If not, this might not be the fun part. But it is how you make your slime. So you'll see, you just start to play with it. I know it seems like looking at it like this, oh, it's never gonna turn into slime. But the more you play with it in the bowl and you just keep kneading it in your hands, it will get harder. You just have to be patient. So we're gonna knead it together, knead it together, knead it together. And as you'll be able to start to see in a minute, it's already starting to come off of the bowl. So we're just gonna keep kneading it. This part's a little tricky, but this is all in the fun of making slime, right? Oh, and it's slimy. We're just gonna keep doing this, and doing this, and doing this. Until we can start to get it off the sides of the bowl. As you'll see, that's starting to happen a little bit now. Just play with the stuff I have in my hands. It's starting to harden up a little bit. You don't want it to get too hard. If you do add too much saline solution and it does get a little bit hard, if you have hand lotion at home, you can add hand lotion, and that will help to turn it back into a softer slime. As you see right now, it looks like I'll never be able to get it off my hands, but you will be able to. See, now it's almost all completely out of the bowl and all in my hands. But there we go. So I've got it all out of the bowl now. I don't know if you can see. So it is starting to turn into that slime that you're actually able to play with. You see how it's hardening up? There we go. You just keep doing this, playing with it for a while. It does take a few minutes. My arms start to get tired doing this after a while. But see, now I'm starting to be able to get it off my hands a little by little. Like I said, if you're just patient with it, almost there. We're so close. We're so close. Ah, finally, I'm able to get it off my hand. So now you'll see it's really turning into a fun slime that you can play with and not one that just completely sticks to your hand. But you really do have to be patient and be willing to work with it. So we've been doing this for 3 minutes, so that's really not that long. There we go. So now it's this super fun slime. And you can also add a little bit more glue if it hardens up at all. But that's why we want to do the saline solution a little tiny bit at a time. Because once it does harden up, it is a little bit tricky to get it back into this really fun, super stretchy slime consistency. For this next part, you can put it back on the bowl. I decided to just put it right on the table to make it a little easier to spread out to add what I want to add to it. So we have these little foam balls in orange and a yellow and a green to make it really look like some fall colored slime. So we'll add a little of these. We'll add a little of these. And we'll add some green just for some extra color. Okay. And also, if you're doing this, if you picked up the kit from the library, we included some of these leaf little gems that you can put in it as well. But once you have the foam balls in there, and then you can start to see them in the slime, and it's really cool. And you can feel them. Oh, they start to come out a little bit. You just push them right back in. And that's it. We've made our slime. Now that we have made our slime, what you're gonna wanna do is keep it in an airtight container so that it doesn't harden up. So your slime will stay for a while if you just put it into an airtight container, and make sure to keep the lid on it. Like I said, if it does harden up, you can add a little bit more glue or add some hand lotion, and that will definitely help. But if you keep it in an airtight container, it should stay for a while.